Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2025 to 26 Inter Midseason Review. I'm your host, Alex, and let's get started. As you can see, before the season start, I'm sure most of us doubted Kyiv because hopefully he doesn't become another Ollie, whereas technically out of depth and have the staff do all the work for him. Of course, he's inherited immensely and physically broken squad. They just got smashed in the UCL final. And also having an underwhelming transfer window, given that most players, actually 5 players, have a year left. So it's best to just keep them until they're free agents. To start, I'll say that we started well with Torino. He smashed them 5-0. Great start. And then, yeah, because we got 5-0, and Bears 5-0, we start 5-0. After that, Udinese loss. Juve loss. It's Udinese, I read game where we lose our heads. You cross, and nothing happened. And then there's the 4-game win streak. And some games, especially like Cremonese, who were unbeaten at that time. And then Roma, Gasperini's Roma. Gasperini still can't beat Inter. It's been a while. All that to get curb stomped by Napoli. Because I think second half we lost our heads after the penalty. So it ended 3-1. After that, rebound against Fiorentina. Free-falling Fiorentina. With Pioli at the helm. Scrapping against Verona. Not Fratesi this time, his own goal. Which is very scripted. And then Lazio. I think for Lazio, I think one of the significant matches. Because I remember in the Club World Cup against River Plate, it showed Kivu's squad management. Lazio, it really showed his tactics. Because I know that Torino shows a high line, but for Inter, it's Lazio. It showed the willingness to foul players to stop a counter. Of course, it seems optimism, and optimism died down because after that, Cortobus sold by Allegri's Milan. Of course, low block for that one, and goes Mignon going to Prime Buffon, Super Saiyan. Also that. After that, 6 wins in the bounce. Pisa, Como, who by the way, don't concede a lot of goals right now. Genoa, where we haven't won in Genoa away since Conte days. Inter still winning against Atalanta. In fact, I don't remember last time Atalanta has beaten us. Of course, Bologna, our boogeyman team, won at home. Nice. And then Parma. Foggy day, low block. Show the maturity of this Inter side. Now for the significant matches, I know like 4 losses, but we haven't drawn a game. In fact, we haven't drawn a game all season. I know the Supercopa, but yeah, Supercopa with penalties. It goes to penalties, it counts as a draw, but it's still a penalty loss. But anyway, in the first half, I know that bar Udinese, Juve away, we only won there, twice, I think. in since UVA built their new stadium. Napoli away. We only won there twice, and that's the time when Napoli finished 7th and 10th. And Milan, primarily, we haven't won. Milan is undefeated match day 12 against us, which is a surprise. All that's verified through Transfermarkt. Hopefully, we don't have a script, the Matrix, against us for the second half. Because we'll be at home against Napoli and Juve. Milan, I'm not sure. But, yeah, I hope it's a whole different second half. I know that we're top of the table right now, but to carry the momentum. Because if I show you the table, the highlighted in red is when we lost, green is when we won. You see the sides like home, and away. Because I know the bottom half, we won all our games there, but the top half, I know there's still Lecce. We still haven't played them. Because Super Copa schedule. The top half, yeah, we have to do better in the top half. In fact, I think it carried on from last season. In fact, we haven't beaten one of the top sides since in a calendar year. Yeah, there's a table. Hopefully, our fortune change for this half of the season. All right, back to the other cups. Easy Coppa Italia with Venezia 5-1. Played rotated lineup. Of course, introduced some youth, which is a nice showing. Yeah, it's a nice showing. Because I think he was brought in to is he's willing to play the youth. I know he played, and he coached like 13 official matches, but before that he was the Primavera coach. Yeah, I know that round 60 quarterfinals, either Roma or Torino, and semis either gonna be Napoli or Como. But one step at a time. Supercopa. I know it says draw, but we lost in penalties. I wouldn't be too hard on the Supercopa. It'll be a nice trophy to win. But oh well. After that, UCL. I know we're in top 8 right now, but 4 matches. Lost 2. I know the first 4 matches are expected. Ajax, Slavia, USG, Karat. Of course for Elego. I haven't beat a Spanish side away since 2004-05. Liverpool. When the last time we've beaten? Yeah, when the last time Liverpool lost at San Siro with both Milan sides? I don't remember. It's been since forever. Even though Liverpool were having a shaky form at that time, they managed to pull a result. Hopefully, we can get something against Arsenal and Dortmund. That's hopefully. Because I think for UCL, you finished 9th to 24th is not the end of the world. I mean, top 8 would be nice. But because you get 2 matches off. But the 9/24th is not the end of the world. Still in the competition. Now, for the match ratings. I mean, summer transfers. I know they're underwhelming. But in hindsight, Bonnie filled in as Vice Haram nicely. Because I think, yeah, it gives competition for Tikas. Sooner or later, might be starting, given how well he's playing. A much more younger, hungrier Tikas. and you can pair him with any other three strikers. Pair him with Pio, Latoro, Tikas. You can do it all. For the season rating, actually, the rating so far, I'm usually going to do letter grades with C being average. I would set it C being average. What did you set the curve to be? A. Dude, I know he didn't get a lot of game time, especially early on in the season, but I can see, but I'm sure we can see him being a creative outlet. I know he's been put in right wing back to fill in, but uh, his future should be the midfield. Can't have him in the right wing back week in, week out. Hopefully he's in the midfield some games. You can see he can dribble, has pace. Yeah, it's a strange signing by Beppe and Ostilio, but League One ballers. Having a good track record so far lately. But he hasn't got like game time. B plus. Hopefully he can integrate more and be more of a squad player rather than get scrapped the last 10 minutes as the wing back. Susic. I mean, one of the promising players, hyped up ones. Given that, yeah, Susic, I'll give him B minus. I mean, he's dribbling, but defensive work needs to work on that. It's really nice to see him dribble. Interplayer dribble, that is. So B minus. But work on defensively and also warm up quicker because lately he looks cold, especially coming off the bench. Takes a while to warm up. Akanji, A. You know, between Bonnie and Akanji, both of them can be player of the season so far. Actually, signing the season. Akanji, ball playing, and can fill in the center back, or right center back. When he's the center back, Bastoni and Bistek and make the overlapping runs. So A. Pio. I know that he's not a transfer, but feels like a new player. I know there's also Zelinski, but for Pio, I think B is fine. Given that he got a lot of competition with Latoro and Taram. But when he does play, he has a nice hold up, can win the fouls. But needs to work on his touches. He's a bit clunky and needs to be more efficient. Luis Enrique. I think he's one of the surprising transfers during the Club World Cup. Because early on, our build-up looks unbalanced with him. Of course, when he gets more confidence, build up, he can build from anywhere. And confident Luis Enrique is threatening Inter. I think that for Luis Enrique, yeah, going to be he's filling for Dumfries, who's out until mid or late March. And also, I don't trust Darmian, right wing back. I know he can defend, but build up wise, he's not good at going up. Luis Enrique, he's learning to defend. He's getting comfortable in the position over time. And he's getting some experience, comfortable in the role. Overall, I think that for Luis Enrique, C plus, maybe higher. It's probably the type of player where they grow quite a lot. And we go through the overall best player. Best player season so far. I'll go Akanji. That's because he's consistent week in, week out. Of course, he shows up in the big games also. Which, by the way, I think that's was needed for Inter. Best forward, Lautaro. Lautaro for linking up, play, dropping deep, holding up also. It's back. Hopefully he needs, but also needs to be better finishing. Overall, I think he's back, but not back to his self 2 years ago. Midfielder, I'll go Zielinski. Under Kivu, Zielinski seems like the player in his Napoli days. Press resistant, can shoot from distance, and can make a forward pass in the final third. Our midfield, I cover a lot. The difference between him and Mickey is night and day. Because he's supposed to be the Mickey upgrade, but didn't happen. Fender Akanji, like I said, best player Akanji. It makes little sense of him not being there when there's defender role. So best defender Akanji, if he's one of these three, like he's the best player. Zielinski really turned up in the second half of this early mid-season. I don't know what you call it, second quarter. Best signing. Here, I'll go with Kanji. I mean, it's a very tough debate. I mean, Kanji or Bonnie. The difference between Bonnie and Kanji is, I think for Kanji, it's game time. Bonnie, hopefully gets more game time. Surprise, Zielinski. Revived under Kivu. Disappointment. I'll say Dumfries. Because I know that Susic may be underwhelming right now, but overall this season, Dumfries got a new contract. I'm sure most of us in the beginning season don't want him sold. And surprisingly, he got a release clause of 25 million. It's a surprise to me. Hopefully, doesn't get sold before or the end of July. But Dumfries, right now, the huge disappointment. Doesn't seem to be himself since getting a new contract. Also out until March. Overall grade, I'll give a B minus. Because I usually give an A's when we actually wanted a trophy. Overall, I think for Inter, there's a lot of room for improvement. But Kivu's doing a decent job. Inheriting a team, got embarrassed. Even then, he's growing too. Kivu right now, compared to the second match day, would have lost its head. Players would have lost their heads. But the team continues to mature. Alright. Hopefully we can actually win something by then. I'll just leave it there. Don't forget to like, subscribe. What are your thoughts of mid-season? Put it down in the comments. And I guess see you later. Forza Inter. Bye, everyone. See you soon.